senior night, starting their two seniors, C.J. Steckman and Jairo Escobar, along with the three sophomores. And Custer comes out with a little bit different lineup here. They start all 5 sophomores here tonight. So tip controlled by the Wildcats, but a turnover there. C.J. Steckman comes down with the basketball, and Devin Bueller will bring it into the front court for the Rangers, guarded by Lehman. Looks like the Wildcats start out in man-to-man defense here. Steckman gets the ball over to Sullivan.
Yeah, Hill City running a true 5-out, just pass and cut offense. There's a hard basket cut by Steckman. Shot going to be blocked. It'll be retained by Solacek.
And then low over 2. Going to be a foul called there. Kyle Virtue's going to get to the free throw line. I think a foul going to be called on Everett Sullivan. Check that. Looks like the foul's actually going to be on C.J. Steckman, so his first, team's first for the Rangers. So Virtue will go to the line to shoot a pair. First one up and good for Kyle Virtue. Rangers going to have to do a nice job, good job of trying to keep the Wildcats off the boards. They do have a size advantage here over the Rangers tonight, so really going to have to box out and pursue that basketball. Second one up and good for Virtue. The Wildcats will come with a full court trapping press here.
Yeah, they do a good job. It looked like Hill City wanted to run a sideline break. They got to the right-hand side and they stopped them, and Hill City had to skip it across the court to Steckman, who finishes around the rim. He's really good at finishing around the rim, isn't he, Josh?
Especially on that left-hand side. He is a lefty, and that's his strong side, and he does do a good job of avoiding the defenders here. So Virtue in the post, guarded by Alex Steckman. Skip pass over to Lowe, and Lowe's going to dribble to the basket, up and no good. Sedlchak with the rebound, no good, but then Bueller comes down with the rebound for the Rangers, and Bueller to Steckman. Steckman stopped there by Lowe. Bueller's going to take the 15-foot jumper, can't get it to go. And Virtue comes down with the basketball for the Wildcats, and he will lead the break. Can handle the basketball. C.J. Steckman does a nice job defensively there. It's going to be off of C.J. Steckman, so the Wildcats will inbound from underneath the basket on the baseline.
All right, a box set here for the Wildcats as they inbound the ball, and Lowe gets it on the handoff from Virtue. Top of the key here, shot on the way.
Lehman, no good.
Nice box out there by Jairo Escobar. So Bueller pushes the ball up the court for the Rangers.
Now they're going to run a set here. They're trying to get Sullivan here on the screen and roll. Steal there by Virtue. Takes the ball to the rim, and he's going to be fouled by Sullivan before the shot. So Wildcats will inbound the ball from the baseline. They're a real good defensive job by Kyle Virtue just to steal that ball away from
Yeah, he just
Everett.
shot the gap. He timed the dribble perfectly and went in, got a steal, and then draws the foul at the other end. Again, baseline out of bounds here. The box set, throws it into Solacek. Nice flex cut, and then stagger. Good set play with Lowe being the shooter that he is. You make him the screener on the first part of the play and then get him the ball to shoot it.
Yeah, nice out of bounds play. It's the same out of bounds play that they were running in the C and JV games, and execute it well there. Bueller gets the ball into Steckman, can't get the layup to go, and the rebound there by Virtue.
Yeah, we just talked about how good he is at finishing around the rim. You jinxed him. That's you, partner.
I think that's just a little bit, you kind of hear those footsteps of the big Virtue there in the middle, and just rushed his shot a little bit there. He's going to go out of bounds. To the Rangers, Brandon Ramirez will check into the ball game for the first time. He's going to give C.J. Steckman a break. So 4-2 early going here. Wildcats lead the Rangers by 2 points.
All right, so
now they're in a 1-3-1 trap, maybe half-court trap almost, it looks like.
Yeah, it falls back into a 1-3-1, and I know Coach Kelly always throws this wrinkle in towards the end of the season, a little 1-3-1 trap, and it's one of my favorite zones because you just don't see it very often.
There are a lot of gaps in it if you can get them. Steckman's shot no good there. Rebound by Bueller. He gets it over to Jairo Escobar, and Escobar is going to be blocked by Virtue, but the ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay with the Rangers.
Yeah, we talked about the size advantage that Custer has, and they're certainly showing that on the glass here today. And 2 block shots already early in the game in the first 3 minutes here for Custer. So Ramirez comes around off a double screen, and Bueller's just going to slide his pivot foot back for a travel there. So it'll be turned over to the Wildcats. Again, what's at stake here today is the number 4 seed overall and getting to host the first round of regions.
So Lowe brings the ball up the court, guarded by Bueller. It's over to Lehman. Over to Virtue. Maybe a travel there, so two kind of careless turnovers. First one by the Rangers and now by the Wildcats. So kind of a herky-jerky start here to the ball game. 4:46 left to play in the first quarter. Just a 4-2 ball game. C.J. Steckman will check back into the ball game for Jairo Escobar again here.
Yeah, so if Custer stays in this 1-3-1, typically you want to attack it with a 2-guard front and then try to have 1 or 2 guys running the baseline. That's where your gaps are going to be. Right there you see Steckman just caught it in the short corner and couldn't handle it, but that's exactly where he wants to get against this zone. So block shot there, Steckman retains it, and the Rangers might look to run here. They have numbers. Another nice play by Virtue, and Steckman finds Ramirez, who is going to be fouled. I almost thought there was another block here early in the game. So good job by Steckman running the floor. He finds Ramirez, and Ramirez gets to the line. That foul is going to be on number 12, and that is Rhett Lowe, and that's his first. So 4-2.
Ramirez
Make it
hits
3-4.
First free throw. Have a chance to tie the ball game up here. Second one rolls out, but C.J. Steckman gets the rebound and puts it in for the Rangers. So
getting the start on senior night, and he's showing that he's worth it there. Nice rebound on the missed free throw, and he gives the Rangers their first lead of the game, 5-4.
Yeah, this is one spot where the Wildcats maybe have a little bit of an advantage as Virtue. Rangers really don't have anybody that really matches up real well with him, but misses the shot there and gets his own rebound, but then can't control it, so the Rangers retain possession of the basketball. Zane Messick will check into the ball game for the first time. He'll give Alex Steckman a break.
So the Rangers move the ball around the perimeter. Again, like we were saying, there's some gaps right in the zone there, and Steckman gets it, and you dive to the hoop. Turnover, though. So good defense by the Wildcats. Coming back the other way, Virtue kicks it out to Lowe. He's a dead red shooter. You want to close out with high hands. He's got a really good shot, really good follow through.
Yeah,
so
he can knock down a contested shot, a wide open shot like that, and he's going to make it 90% of the time. So
the Rangers moving the ball around, kicks it to, Zane Messick answers it.
Three. So Rangers back with a 1-point lead here, and they come with their full court pressure. It's just like a man-to-man press here, and Kyle Virtue will bring the ball up the court, guarded by Everett Sullivan of the Rangers. Into Sedlicek. Oh, nice give and go. So really nice plays. The Boyster with the shot. Nice pass there by Sedlicek. So the Wildcats take a 1-point lead here. 2:49 left to play in the first quarter. Kind of settled in here after we talked about that kind of quick start. They're going to be an offensive foul on Brandon Ramirez.
Looked like Custer went back to man-to-man that possession, Josh. So Coach Kelly's going to try to keep the Rangers off balance by switching up the defenses here a little bit, and it certainly worked that time. They were able to get an offensive foul.
Yep, and they lead the ball game 9-8. Rangers are going to apply that full court man-to-man pressure here. Steckman checks back into the ball game. He's going to give Everett Sullivan a rest, so Brandon Ramirez will go over and guard Virtue now for the Rangers. Rhett Lowe gets right to the basket, can't get it to go, and there'll be a foul.
Nice job by both CJ and Devin Bueller of boxing out there, and
Cody Dirks picks up the foul for the Wildcats. He just checked into the ball game for the first time here.
So they draw an over the back foul. Good position on that shot. So Bueller brings the ball back. It is man-to-man here for the Wildcats. Bueller's just going to go with his left hand to the rim.
Can't get it to go though, and looks like Brady viewed Virtue into the ball game for the first time. Also comes down with for the rebound. So the Wildcats going to be a foul there on Zane Messick. Just slapped the arm there of Lehman. So the Zane Messick will pick up his first foul. That's the 4th team foul on the Rangers.
So another baseline out of bounds play for the Wildcats into Virtue. There's that handoff to, attempted handoff to Lowe. Again, Lowe is a pure shooter. He's a good scorer here for the Wildcats. Lehman with the ball. And Virtue, they're just moving it around, and there's Lowe. It's going to miss just short and right, so rebound by Steckman. Throws it to his brother, Steckman. So man-to-man defense here for Custer, and the Rangers look to run a little screen and roll at the top of the key. Ball's moved over to Bueller.
Nice over to see Alex Steckman, going to be blocked there again. Brandon Ramirez gets the offensive rebound, gets the shot to go in, gets the foul. So he'll have a chance to convert the three-point play here. Rangers take a 1-point lead. Looks like Everett Sullivan's going to check back into the ballgame. Also Jairo Escobar. So Coach Harvey subbing a little bit more than he has been the past few games. The Rangers have played this is their third ball game in 5 days, so maybe just want to keep those legs fresh. Brandon Ramirez can't get the free throw to go, and rebound by Kyle Virtue there. Going to be a foul on Alex Steckman. Rangers lead 10-9 with 1:27 left to play here in the first quarter. It's going to be Alex Steckman's first foul, team's 5th foul. Lehman gets the ball over to Dirks. Lowe controls the basketball for the Wildcats. Over the top there to Virtue and up and in. Nice seal there. Nice pass by Lowe and an easy bucket for Kyle Virtue. The Wildcats take a 1-point lead here. So kind of a back and forth first quarter. Bueller probing, gets the ball tipped out of bounds by Lowe. Is trying to get it to Alex Steckman in the corner and stay with the Rangers.
Yeah, Devin does a nice job of getting into the paint there. He's so quick with his start and his stop. Just sometimes we say fake a pass, make a pass there as that one gets deflected. So the Rangers look like they want to run a set play here. Elevator screen for Steckman, and meanwhile,
Bueller just takes it right to the basket, gets fouled in, knocks down the little 8-foot jumper, so he'll go to the free throw line to have a chance to convert the 3-point play.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you get so locked in, coach calls a set play, you think you have to run it, but all the attention was on Alex Steckman running through that double screen, and Devin says, I can just beat my guy one-on-one, and he certainly does that. Foul on Lehman, that is his first foul, team's 4th, so Bueller goes to the line to convert the 3-point play, and it is good.
Yep, and now Brandon Escalante will check in for the Rangers for the first time here. He's going to give Alex Steckman a break. That Alex picked up that foul there. I think Coach Harvey maybe just trying to protect him with 54 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Rangers lead the ball game by 2 points over the Wildcats.
And I also think you make a great point that this is our 3rd game for the Rangers in, 5 days here. So maybe trying to keep the legs fresh, and Custer's also in the same boat as the Rangers though. So there's Virtue again, throw over the top, and the help is just a little late getting there for the Rangers. Nice finish by Virtue, a nice pass as well. So that ties the game at 13 here with 30 seconds to left. Sullivan's shot, no good.
Kind of two Wildcats battling for that rebound there and knocked it out of bounds, so it will stay with the Rangers.
Yeah, so Virtue has 6 of the 13 points for the Wildcats, and we talked about it, that there was a size advantage for sure that Custer has, and seems like they're very intentional about pounding the ball into the post.
Yeah, we'll see if the Rangers try to inbound the basketball. They're going to get a timeout. You wonder if they're going to try to get a quick, easy one, or do they just kind of pull the ball out? 24 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Play for one. We always talk about that. You play for one when there's 24 seconds. Either you get the last shot and you go in making that basket and the momentum, or it doesn't go in when the clock expires, or do you try to get a quick one and maybe give up the opportunity for the other team to gain the momentum?
Now, if it was me, and there's definitely different ways that you can attack this, but I say at about 6 or 7 seconds left is when you run your set play and you start to attack. So if it was me, I'd inbound it, I'd run about 17 seconds off, get it down to 7 seconds, run my quick hitter. That way if I miss, I still have a putback, but there's not a lot of time then for Custer to go the other way.
I agree. I think you want to hold till the last shot. Either you're going ahead, you're going to the quarter break ahead too, or you're tied.
Yep.
So
and Hill City has the guards to do that. There were some years you and I were coaching together where we couldn't hold the ball if we tried.
Right.
So the Rangers here going to inbound the ball, try to inbound the ball, and looks like they're ready to go here. So Bueller in the corner. So Sullivan, Steckman, now that's a good shot in rhythm.
Can't
no
get
good.
To go, but Bueller gets the rebound. Good pass to Jairo Escobar, gives the pump fake, and then he gets it to go. So there is 10 seconds left, enough time for the Wildcats to try to get a last shot off here. Virtue gives it over to Boyster. Boyster's going to take it right to the basket, can't get it to go, and Bueller comes down with the rebound. So it worked out for the Rangers there. Actually, they got a good look from three, can't get it to go, but they were really.
So we'll see. That's something we'll monitor here in the second and third quarters.
All right, so the Rangers start the second quarter here with the basketball. Wildcats go back to their man-to-man defense. They did play a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone here. Back to a man-to-man defense. Sullivan over
nice
to Bueller.
Flip by Escobar.
Nice pass by Bueller and up and in for Escobar. So another bucket here, 2 in a row for Escobar, and the Rangers stretch the lead out to 4 points. It's going to be a jump ball, I believe. That'll stay with the Wildcats. Pretty good defense there by Jairo Escobar to get back and defend that. So Groves is going to check into the ball game for the Wildcats for the first time here.
So here's that set play, and Virtue gets the flex cut and gets a bucket. So a nice set play there for the Wildcats, and Virtue continues a strong game here with 8 points now.
Pass broken up there by Lowe and stole away by the Wildcats. So 17-15 Ranger lead. They'll have a chance to tie or take the lead with the three. Good pass there by Lehman into Grohl. Can't get the shot to go, but going to be fouled there by Jairo Escobar. So he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair here.
Yeah, Lehman does a great job there. He beats his guy with the dribble. Escobar has to help, and he's unselfish, and he shares the ball, finds the open man, and that sends Groves to the line. It's going to be the first team foul, or the first foul on Jairo Escobar tonight.
First one's going to be short. Have a chance at the second here.
So Custer 2 out of 3 at the free throw line this evening.
Second one up and good for Groves, and he'll get a break. Sedlicek will check back into the ball game for the Wildcats.
Custer goes back to the 1-2-1-1 full court press. Good job by Virtue to get his hands on that ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Rangers, but yeah, that press causing a little bit of issue here for the Rangers.
Yeah, and Virtue, especially for a bigger guy, he's got real quick hands, a couple steals here already tonight on the Ranger guards, so you're going to have to really protect the basketball when Kyle Virtue is around. He's got a knack for getting in there and stealing that ball away.
These two programs know each other very well. You know, these kids have grown up playing against each other. We said there's a lot of sophomores out on the court. Coach, you coached a lot of these guys.
Yeah, Sullivan up and good for the three. Yeah, coached a lot of these guys. You know, started playing them when these sophomore kids were in third grade, I believe, and so know each other well. And
I still to this day say one of the best 8th grade games I ever watched was that Saturday morning game, and it was Custer Hill City, and you just knew that both these programs were headed in the right direction at that point. So Virtue scores another bucket. That's 10 for Virtue tonight.
Oh,
what a finish!
Steckman gets the reverse layup to go and gets fouled.
No. Sports Center right there.
Coach Paul Kelly's just kind of shaking his head on that one, saying, geez, that's a prayer that looked like went up and in. But I do see Alex Steckman kind of practicing that shot, you know, that reverse layup. You have the backboard to protect yourself from the defender and gets to go up and in. So the Rangers have a 4-point lead here now, 6:19 left to play in the first half, and Steckman will have a chance to stretch that lead out to 5 points here for the Rangers.
So Steckman 4 points on the evening, make it 5 now for him, and the Rangers up by 5. Virtue brings the ball up the court against kind of just the man-to-man defense, kind of sliding back. I don't know if you want to gamble and leave low very often.
Yeah, the Rangers, Brandon Ramirez did get back there quickly. The other thing now seems Bueller guarding Virtue actually pushed him out to the three-point line where I think he's okay, but now when he goes down to the paint, good help side defense there by Alex Steckman. Kind of had him triple teamed actually, and the Rangers come away with the basketball. Buehlers gets into the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound there by Boyster.
He tried a
Wildcats.
Steckman style shot
so
there.
Good hands there by Alex Steckman to stop the fast break, and Buehler's a little slow to get back. You hope he didn't hurt anything there. It looks like, yeah, maybe. So Messick's going to check in actually for Steckman. I thought maybe he'd come in for Buehler just to give Buehler a break after that kind of hard fall, but
Cody Dirks checks in for the Custer Wildcats, and so does Drew Lehman. So Virtue's going to center the basketball, hands off to Dirks. Free throw line jumper is good. How about that instant offense?
Yeah,
check into
Dirks
the game.
actually played quite a bit in the JV game, and he hit a lot of nice kind of mid-range, even some three-point shots in that game. He can shoot the basketball well for kind of a bigger player, 6'5" sophomore. Zane Messick with the three-pointer, can't get it to go, and Rhett Lowe comes down with the rebound for the Wildcats. Virtue brings the ball into the front court. He's going to take the ball right to the rim, gets it up and good. Going to be fouled on the play also by C.J. Steckman. That's one, you know, C.J. kind of got caught in the middle. It's either step in there and take a hard foul and don't let him get it, or get out of the way. So unfortunately, he's going to go to the free throw line with a chance to convert the three-point line and three-point play and potentially tie the ball game up here at 23 if he can knock down the free throw. Deep on that free throw, and Everett Sullivan goes up.
Boy, he skied for that rebound,
yeah, he did. So Buehler's going to take the deep three-pointer, and it just rattles out. And Dirks comes down with the rebound. Going to be fouled on the play by Brandon Ramirez. So Dirks will go to the free throw line now to shoot the bonus. That's the 18th foul on the Rangers. It's going to be Brandon Ramirez's second foul.
Just a slow walk to the other end of the court here. Looks like you and I were out there playing, Josh.
I don't know what the... Everybody, nobody wanted to get down there and shoot free throws.
You know, it's the end of the season. You know, it's been a lot of basketball here in the last week or two, and I don't know, maybe everybody's tired here, but Dirk's first one on the way is good. He's got 3 points all in this quarter, so his second one will potentially give Custer the lead back.
Second one's going to be short, and C.J. Steckman comes down with the rebound for the Rangers. So we have a tie ball game here. 4:54 left to play in the first half. Buehler gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan going to be stoled there. Good defense by Dirks. So the Wildcats look to push. It's going to be a pass, kind of miscommunication there. It looked like it was a good no-look pass right to C.J. Steckman. Good thing if you're a Rangers fan. Everett Sullivan's going to take the three-pointer, can't get it to go. C.J. Steckman comes down with the rebound, gets it into Brandon Ramirez. Going to be a block there on Virtue.
Good effort by C.J. Steckman. I tell you what, he's given the Rangers some really good minutes, making some hustle plays. And
Virtue
good
gets
finish
right
by
to
Virtue.
the rim, yeah. The timeout called by Coach Kelly here. The Wildcats on a bit of a run here. They take a 2-point lead here, 25-23 with 4:11 left to play in the first half.
Use this time to maybe have a couple shout-outs here. David Baumgardner, he says, Dave and Maureen Baumgardner watching the Rangers from Stowe, Ohio, the Steckman Brothers Fan Club.
CJ,
I tell you what, when
goes CJ on senior night. It is senior night here, yep.
Yeah, when Alex finally graduates, like
we're going to lose all of our listeners, because here's Aunt Bridget and Grandma Barb, Steckman relatives again checking in from South Carolina. Go Rangers, congrats, and love the senior night, CJ. And then also Bridget Mueller, love watching those brothers play ball, so must be some more Steckman fans out there.
This is...
I guess they could be Virtues, though, Brady and Kyle Virtue for the Wildcats.
Well, there's two Laymans also. Again, thank you for joining us here, Hill City versus Custer. It's been a really good game so far. Custer regaining that momentum, and it looks like they'll come out man-to-man defense. Hill City looks like they want to run a set play here maybe.
Just kind of organizing here. Buehler's going to get an open three in the corner. It's not going to be good, but I think you'll take that shot if you're a Ranger fan. Virtue brings the ball up into the front court. He looks to go straight to the basket, gets it up, can't get it to go, and Zane Messick on the rebound there.
Yeah, that's one thing about Messick. He's just fearless. He's never afraid to mix it up, and he always makes something happen, and there's Steckman, can't quite get it to go.
Dirks comes down with the rebound for the Wildcats, so both teams gone a little bit cold here. Lowe gets the ball into Virtue. Oh, good defense there by Zane Messick. You can see that coming from a mile away from up here, and Zane Messick's going to take the ball right to the rim. Going to be a foul called on the play there, so Messick will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Yeah, right as soon as Virtue turned his back to Messick, Messick pounced on that. He was able to get the steal, and then at the other end draws the foul, so that's going to be 2 fouls now on Dirks. And Zane, who hit a 3-pointer earlier in the game, goes to the line to shoot a pair of free throws.
First one's going to be off to the left, so kind of a lid put on the basket here for the Rangers in the last couple minutes of the ball game. See if Zane can break that streak here and knock down his second free throw.
So 3:11 here until halftime. Messick is able to get the second one to go. So he goes 1 of 2 at the line. That gives him 4 points tonight, and it's a 1-point ball game. And again, we probably sound like a broken record, but we knew this was going to be a really good game. It was a 1-point game last time these two teams played. These two programs know each other really well, so should be a fun one here tonight.
Brady Virtue guarded by Zane Messick, and going to be a foul called there on the play.
Yeah, you know, we talk about that, Josh, on our broadcast. It's just an easy foul when you slap down from behind. We always say tip from behind, right?
Yep, so that'll send Brady Virtue to the line. Still in the bonus here. This is the last bonus. Next foul by the Rangers will be a 2-shot foul for the Wildcats.
So Brady Virtue goes to the line.
Can't get it to go, and Alex Steckman comes down with the rebound for the Rangers, out to Devin Bueller, and they look to run here. Wildcats do a nice job of getting back. Bueller's going to take the 3. Can't get it to go, and Sedlicek comes down with the rebound for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Hill City's had 2 or 3 of those 3-pointers just kind of rim out, and I guess if you're a Ranger fan, that's a positive, because if Hill City keeps shooting, the stats say that they're going to start making those things. So nice job there by Virtue going down low against Zane Messick, and he gets his first 2 points of the game, and it's a 3-point lead now for the Wildcats. Nice give and go. Good movement there by Devin Bueller. Good find by Ramirez.
Probably good time to get something going towards the basket. Have missed a few outside shots to try to get an easy one in. They did that. Rhett Lowe comes right down the lane and puts down the little runner. Back quickly for the Wildcats, so they stretch that lead back out to 3 points here.
Yeah, I think that's one that Coach Harvey is going to say, guys, stop the ball, right? The ball is what scores. You want to pick up the ball at half court. Lowe gets deep into the paint that time and makes them pay. And Steckman, another one, just rims out. So 3-point lead still for the Wildcats, and much better job on the defensive end there by Steckman, keeping the ball at the 3-point line.
Yes, and all Lehman controls over to Lowe. And Lowe's going to good baseline help there by Jairo Escobar of the Rangers. Sedlicek gets the ball in the middle. Going to be a foul called, and that's going to be a foul, I think, on Jairo Escobar, which I think will be his 3rd foul. Second foul, I guess, but that's 10 team fouls on the Rangers, so Sedlicek will be shooting the double bonus here. Minute 30 left to play in the first half. The Wildcats lead by 3 points. First free throw rims out. Sullivan's going to check back into the ball game for the Rangers, and Lehman will check into the ball game. It's Drew Lehman for the Wildcats. Second free throw is going to be off, and Devin Bueller comes down with the rebound for the Rangers.
So a minute and 20 seconds here until halftime. The youth athletics, kindergarten, first grade teams, they'll be doing a halftime show here, and Bueller
gets one to go. Finally one of those rims in. They were rimming out all evening, and that one rims in. So Bueller ties up the ball game here with 1:05 left to play in the first half.
Yep, 8 points now for Devin Bueller, and you know, sometimes one shot can give you some confidence and get you going. So
yeah, it looked like Boyster thought Lehman was going to post up, and he was leaving the lane, and so Steckman comes down with the rebound. That's one of them where you pass it to yourself off the defender's hand, so he gets the assist and the 2 points, and the Rangers take a 2-point lead here with under a minute left to go here in the first half. Yeah, nice little 5-point run here for the Rangers.
Steckman with 7 points here tonight. Low into the paint. Golly, he's really good at getting right into that free throw line.
Has a knack of pulling up and just avoiding that contact, so he ties the ball game up. Shot clock is off here. It looks like the Rangers will play for one here. 31-31.
Yeah, Low with 9 points tonight. He's done a good job for the Wildcats. Low and Virtue doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the Wildcats.
Good backdoor cut. Sullivan gets the 2-pointer to go. 4 seconds left to play in the half here, and doesn't look like the Wildcats are going to get a shot off. So nice little 7-0 run there to end the first half for the Rangers. They end up taking a 2-point lead here, 33-31. Actually, what got them right back into it, they got a couple cuts to the basket and got some twos, and then they did hit a 3-pointer there, but it's always, you kind of want to work inside out as much as you possibly can here.
You bet.
Wildcats will start the second half here with the ball. Boyster will inbound to Lehman. 2-point Ranger lead here. 1 half of basketball to go. Wildcats come out with a dribble drive set, try to get a screen and roll, and they do get it there against. Good job by Jairo Escobar to step in and take the charge. Kyle Virtue, you know, the Wildcats did just kind of what we thought. They tried to get the ball into Virtue. Jairo Escobar did a great job of stepping in there, causing the offensive foul. So Rangers will take over possession here.
Yeah, Virtue just a sophomore. He's going to be a good one for years to come. Steckman, nice a hard drive, and I think he thought the contact was going to come. He let go of the ball a little bit early, and so Escobar tracks it down, and Bueller's able to.
I think that ball was tipped, so I don't think it would have been a backcourt violation anyway, but Bueller does control it, tries to get it to Escobar, and that ball's going to go out of bounds there. That maybe just a little bit outside of his reach there.
That's the fastest I've seen referee Joe Bueller run in literally a decade, probably.
Since we were coaching against him.
In college, I actually beat him in a 40-yard dash one time. He was wearing sandals, and I was wearing tennis shoes, but a win is a win. So the Rangers the Wildcats back the other way here. Man-to-man defense. The Rangers try to play pressure on the line, up the line. You know, there's two styles of man-to-man. There's the pack line, and then there's the on the line, up the line.
Lehman puts up the 3 from the corner, can't get it to go, and C.J. Steckman comes down with the rebound. Bueller gets it out to Alex Steckman. Alex Steckman gets right to the rim and gets it to go. So 4-point lead now for the Rangers. Back quickly come the Wildcats. Lowe brings the ball to the front court. Going to be double teamed there. And Steckman tips the ball away. Bueller gets it back to Steckman. Steckman's shot up and good. So a 6-point lead here for the Rangers.
So Coach Kelly wants a timeout to talk about it, and the Rangers have some momentum. First time tonight, I feel like there's some fire in the gym.
Yeah, it felt like that first half. Everybody was just a little nervous, trying to feel the other team, feel their way and make sure that they didn't give up any big runs like that. Rangers have that big run going right now to start the second half, 6 quick points.
And it's something we've talked about all year long, that Bueller's got great vision, and Steckman and him just have a connection, right? And you just get the feeling that if Bueller has the ball 75 feet from the hoop and you sprint, he's going to find you. And that's certainly what happened there. Steckman gets 4 quick points, and they're coming from Bueller, right? He's passing him the ball.
Yeah, it really is, and Steckman's figured that out. He says, I can score a lot of points. All I need to do is run down the court as fast as I can, and he's going to find me, and I'll get some easy ones. So Rangers are going to stay in that full court pressure here. It's man-to-man pressure. Sullivan's just playing back, guarding from the over the top, and Virtue inbounds the ball. Going to be a travel there, so that's going to turn the ball over to the Rangers.
Yeah, Dan Gilton did text me. He said, make sure I work in that we all used to play City League basketball together. Josh was on the team. Dan was. Coach Paul Kelly was on the team. So there you go, Dano. That's my 3-second segue. So Bueller's going to center the ball.
What are you segueing to?
I don't know.
All right, Bueller guarded by Boyster. Gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan over to Escobar. Back to C.J. Steckman. 9 seconds left on the shot clock here. Bueller's going to take the ball to the rim. Going to be blocked out of there by Virtue and then controlled by Virtue. Going to be a foul on Sullivan there. Tried to step in and take the charge, but just a step too late. It's going to be Everett Sullivan's second foul. First team foul for the Rangers here in the second half. Brandon Ramirez is going to check into the ball game. He'll give Jairo Escobar a break.
Also checking in
Brady Virtue. Gives Drew Lehman a break here for the Wildcats. They'll inbound the ball from the three-quarter court. Rhett Lowe brings the ball into the front court, guarded by Alex Steckman. They got two Virtues posting up right beside each other, both.
So one dribble, kicks the ball out.
Brady Virtue.
Yep.
Rhett Lowe gets the ball right to the free throw line. Kind of double clutches it there. Good defense by Steckman, but Boyster comes down with the rebound for the Wildcats. They get a second chance here. Bueller takes the ball away from Lowe.
Yeah, you can see when Lowe catches the ball on the perimeter, they just sprint right at him with high hands. Again, he's a great shooter, dead red. So good job there by the Rangers defense to create a turnover. And the Rangers look to extend the lead. Shot's going to be blocked by Lowe, and it should probably stay here.
Yeah, it's tipped. Yep. He's got it down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Alex Steckman miss a shot that only got 3/4 of the way there if it wasn't tipped.
Well, it was either tipped or fouled, one or the other. And elevator screen for Steckman here. Ball fake, step back three in rhythm, just off the mark, and it's going to go. That one will go to Custer. Give a shout out to Gary Dias. Thanks, Josh and Blake. We love watching the games and listening to you. We don't mute. Don't mute. So, again, feel free to hit that mute button. We won't be offended. We won't even know. So, feel free to mute us.
Virtue with the basketball for the Wildcats. Over to Lowe, guarded by Bueller. Brady Virtue gets it over to Boyster. Back to Brady Virtue, over to Kyle Virtue. Kyle,
nice
in
move.
The post. Yeah, really good
Turned
post.
over his left shoulder to the baseline, and nice smooth release there.
Yeah, he's really polished for a sophomore post. Got some really nice moves, can handle the basketball well.
Yeah, that's the first points here in the second half for the Wildcats. So pretty good job of defense for the Rangers. And
Steckman knocks down a three there. So
just a great looking shot. When that leaves his hand, you just know it's pure. So that gives 14 points now for Alex Steckman, the super sophomore for the Rangers.
Boyster guarded by Brandon Ramirez of the Rangers. There's an over the top. Sullivan trying to guard. Oh, and does a nice job guarding Virtue there. And Bueller comes down with the rebound. He gets it over to Brandon Ramirez. Back to Bueller. Bueller guarded by Boyster here in the second half. Takes the 18-foot jumper. He gets that to go, so the Rangers stretch the lead out to 9 points here.
Yeah, real nice job by Bueller there. Under control, gave a little ball fake, head and shoulder fake, and then nice follow through. So Lowe gets into that free throw line area. Handoff.
Going to be a blocking foul, I believe. Yep, block on Bueller. Just kind of leaned in there at the last second. It's one of those that you almost sell it too much. And the official says, I don't think he knocked you quite that hard, and he's going to get the block.
I think the determining factor, Devin was the one that initiated that contact instead of getting into a spot and letting him run into him. So Custer will take the ball out of bounds, inbounds to Dirks. There's that set play again, the flex screen for Virtue. Nice set play by Paul Kelly, and that's 18 now for Virtue. He's having a really nice game. 42-35, Hill City leads. And actually, Virtue's the only one that scored for the Wildcats in the second half. He has 4 points.
Paul Book chimes in, the other chapter of the Ohio branch, watching the Steckman brothers. So a lot of folks from across the country watching the ball game tonight. Looks like we've got 7 viewers right now, and they're all from different states.
I'm getting razzed a little bit here. Maybe you guys saw at halftime. I dropped my scorebook and tried to just play it off, and Mike Hurley says, "Fumble fingers, Blake." So, yeah, darn it. That's the downside of Landon flipping the camera over to us.
Right. All right, so our number 7 and 7.1 fans, Aaron Flick and Carla, listening and said, want to send a shout out to Stacy and Jeff for their 25th wedding anniversary, which I think was this weekend.
Yeah, so the other day they announced it on the loudspeaker, and the cheerleaders did a heart shape with their pom-poms for them.
That's right. I thought that was because of Valentine's Day.
Well, it was a win-win, right?
It was a win-win. It could be for whatever. Actually, they were doing those for my wife. I had asked them to do that, remember?
Yeah. Oh, man. So here we go. 3:16 left in the third quarter. The Rangers have really had a nice third quarter. They've outscored the Wildcats 9-4 here, and I expect Custer will put up a fight. They'll come back here for sure, and here goes a 1-3-1 trap defense again. So Bueller is going to walk his way into it. He's able to try to split that thing, and
there'll be a foul called, I think, on Boyster.
You know, I still think the best way to beat that, Josh, is you want to reverse the ball right before half court, move the top of the zone, and then you can attack on the weak side, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. And the Rangers did do a pretty nice job. It didn't really give them that much trouble, and that's the way that they do that.
Yep, right there now you can attack. There's that diagonal pass to Steckman. Just doesn't go. Great find, and good job for Steckman to get to that open spot. Kind of looked like his dad there, finding the open spot in the zone. So,
all right, so the Wildcats, Brady Virtue gets it over to Boyster here, and then they run that diagonal. Good defense there by Everett Sullivan to knock that away. Trying to find Kyle Virtue in the post. They're really being very intentional this half to try to get him the ball down in the post there. Jairo Escobar is going to check in for C.J. Steckman. 2:41 left to play here in the third quarter. Ball comes into Virtue. They try to get low out to the top of the key, and he gets to that paint area. Can't get that one to go, and Bueller comes down with the rebound. Actually, nice box out by Brandon Ramirez there to hold off Dirks. Three-pointer up and good by Zane Messick. So his second three-pointer of the night here. That's going to stretch the lead to 10 points for the Rangers. Boyster gets the ball, takes it right to the rim, gets it out to Virtue, over to Lowe, and Lowe's going to take the three. And that's a good answer there by Rhett Lowe to answer the shot, three-point shot put up by Messick.
Yeah, 12 points now for Lowe. Messick back the other way, finds Escobar going to work with Virtue, maybe a little push off, so he'll throw the ball out of bounds, and
it's tipped out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Rangers.
So 2-minute warning here in the third quarter as Sladchek is going to check back into the game for the Wildcats.
Check in for Brady Virtue. Messick's set to inbound the basketball. He gets it into Bueller. Bueller over to Messick. Over to Sullivan. Guarded by Virtue. Pass into Escobar. Going to be tied up there. Going to go out of bounds off of Virtue, so it'll stay with the Rangers. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Rangers will try to run a set play and get a quick look here. So Alex Steckman will check into the ball game. He'll give Zane Messick a break. Nice minutes there for Messick.
Yeah, again, he makes things happen. He's a spark plug for the Rangers. Here comes Bueller on America's play. Shot is...
Oh, how could that not go? All the way around and out. So now the Wildcats look to attack. Boyster's going to get the ball over to Lowe. Good pump fake. 15-footer going to be no good. Rebounded by Bueller there. I think the Rangers might have dodged one. Lowe gets that shot. Usually he knocks it down.
So Devin Bueller going one-on-one there. Ball's reversed. Steckman top of the key. Going to organize here. Bueller's going to get their guys in the sets. Their set spots. Screen and roll. They ran that exact same play last time, and they were able to hit Jairo, who was the second cutter. I kind of like that. They send Sullivan as the first guy, and then Escobar as the second guy.
It'll be a travel, I believe. So Really good work by Alex Steckman there, just disrupting that pass over the top and was able to create a turnover. So offensively, both teams have kind of hit a little bit of a lull here. Rangers still with that 7-point lead. 50 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Rangers going to run a set play here. Lehman guards Bueller. And here's that same play. I think that's what they call their. Sullivan's going to get right to the rim and gets it up and good. So nice drive there by Everett Sullivan. 9-point lead here. Here come the Wildcats quickly up the court. Lehman gets the ball over. Oh, going to be stole there by Everett Sullivan trying to get it to Vershew. Sullivan gets all the way to the rim, and the Rangers take an 11-point lead here with 15 seconds left to play. But now back here come the Wildcats. Nice pass over to Virtue, and Virtue's going to get that two-pointer to go. Now here comes Everett Sullivan the other way. Going to get called with a travel, I believe. So,
yeah, what is going on here? For 7 minutes and 45 seconds, it was kind of a slow-moving third quarter, and now it's just an explosion of scoring here as Sullivan gets 4 quick ones and then Virtue back the other way. And Coach Harvey's going to sub a little offense for defense, get a quick breather and make sure that none of his players pick up a foul. 3.2 seconds left.
Yeah, and the Rangers just don't want to cause a foul. They'll let the Wildcats inbound the basketball, and Zane Messick is going to come up and guard low. Low's three-quarter court shot going to be just long. So after 3 quarters, the Rangers lead the Wildcats by 9, 49-40. Nice quarter there if you're in the storm that we have coming.
Yes.
Grant, just be happy with where you're at.
Somebody said Lando was doing the weather during the JV game on air. So, I mean, we'll get you everything here. We've got basketball, weather, a little comedy.
Not much comedy. Not much basketball knowledge anyway. So Bueller's going to bring the ball into the front court, guarded by Boyster. I thought Boyster did a nice job on Bueller there in that third quarter. Gets the ball over to Steckman. Steckman going to be rejected there. That time Sedlacek on the block. The ball's going to stay with the Rangers here. 23 seconds left to go on the shot clock here.
Box set, inbounds play for the Rangers. They like to run that cross screen for Steckman. Steckman in the post there, knocked away, and now the Rangers look to run, and it's going to be recovered by C.J. Steckman, who can't handle it. It's going to be out of bounds, so it'll turn back over to the Wildcats. And again, every single possession matters in a game like this against your rival with the number 4 seed on the line here. So I'm sure Coach Harvey's saying, hey, just have some poise there, pivot, protect, don't panic. So Virtue posting up on the block.
Yeah, I think Sullivan's doing a nice job. Yeah. He gives up a lot of size against Virtue, but that ball goes out to Boyster. Boyster's three-pointer on the way, going to be no good. Rebound by Sedlacek, and he gets the ball up and in for the first 2 points of the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, that's his first bucket tonight.
Climbs to within 7 points of the Rangers. Bueller gets the ball over to Sullivan, guarded by Lehman. Over to C.J. Steckman. Back to Brandon Ramirez. Alex Steckman controls the basketball here.
Shot clock at 10, 9 now. Sullivan, nice rip and go there into the paint, just rims out.
Gets his own rebound and gets the shot to go and gets fouled. So nice work there by Everett Sullivan. In traffic, can't get the first shot to go, but just he's really quick jumper. He can get off the ground quickly. You know, it almost looked like he jumped from in the air. I don't know if that's possible, but does get the rebound. Offensive rebound, gets fouled and gets the shot to go, so has a chance to make a 3-point play and get the Rangers lead back to 10 points here. Free throw off the mark, rebounded there by Kyle Virtue of the Wildcats, and Lehman's going to bring the ball into the front court, guarded by Alex Steckman. Gets the ball over to Boyster, and there's Virtue. Can't get the shot to go. Good defense, kind of double team there. And
yeah, Hyro slid over to help. So Sullivan throws it back to Bueller.
Yeah, I think Boyster's done a really, really nice job on Bueller. He's kind of a pretty big athletic kid, kind of bigger than a lot of the players that Devon would have guarding him, and he's doing a nice job.
There's that Sullivan, and then Escobar cuts, and then following them is Steckman. Step back 3 is going to be just off the mark, and rebound by Virtue, tipped over to Lehman, and the Wildcats look to run here. So Lehman gets into the paint. Low, guarded by Steckman.
Get the ball into Sedlacek, and he gets the two-pointer up and good.
So
nice,
it's almost
nice.
like maybe Custer has found that recipe here. They're going back inside to Slodchek, and he's got 4 points here in the fourth quarter.
Rangers break the press, get the ball over to Sullivan. Can't get the layup to go. Brandon Ramirez comes down with the rebound for the Rangers. He's going to be fouled on the putback. So a couple nice offensive rebounds by the Rangers, 2 times down in a row down the court here. And Brandon Ramirez will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Foul on Boyster. That's his second foul. Team's 4th on the Wildcats. Really clean game here in the second half. The Wildcats have 4 team fouls. The Rangers only have 2. Zane Messick's going to check into the ball game. He'll give Everett Sullivan a break. Ramirez have a second free throw here to try to push that lead back to 8 points. Free throw is up and good.
Yeah, so there haven't been very many free throws that have been shot in this game. As a matter of fact, the Rangers have only shot 8 free throws, and Ramirez has shot 5 of the 8. So he's got a knack at getting down in the, in the basket area and getting drawn contact and getting to the free throw line. Hey, real quick, Landon, slide over here. Look at this man.
He's dressed to the gills
here
tonight.
Outfit. He is big time here.
He makes us feel little time.
Yeah,
you and I in our just Ranger uniforms.
Well, I would say that this is pretty typical because he carries the team with his graphics and all of that, and certainly carries the team with his dress attire as well.
All right, so 5:26 left to play in the ball game here, an 8-point lead for the Rangers. Like we said, the Wildcats are going to hang around. They're going to try to chip into that lead, and the Rangers just trying to keep them at an arm's length as much as they can for as long as they can here. Rangers going to come out with a looks like man-to-man press after the free throw made. Lehman will bring the ball into the front court. He's guarded by Zane Messick. Looks like the Rangers are actually in a 1-2-2 zone. They played this a little bit the other night, and they're so in that jug defense. Ball comes into Virtue, back out to Lowe. I thought he was going to take that one. So the Wildcats doing a nice job of organizing, finding that open shot. Lehman can't get the shot to go, and going to be a foul call to kind of undercut there by Brandon Ramirez. Nice rebound by Sedlacek, and that's one thing we've talked about. Rebounding out of a zone is much different than rebounding man-to-man. You don't have a person that you're checking, that you're responsible for, so you've got to find that person in the zone to be able to rebound. Nice job there by Virtue. Just fakes the handoff and turns the corner, gets right to the basket. No resistance there. So
yeah, 22 points now for Virtue, and
lead down to 6 points here for the Rangers. Going to be close to a 10-second call, but Coach Harvey calls a timeout just before the 10-second call. So that's Coach Harvey and the Rangers have 3 timeouts left. Coach Paul Kelly and the Wildcats have 2 timeouts left. So
yeah, and I think with your Coach Harvey, you're telling your team continue to be aggressive, continue to attack. I know you have a 6-point lead, and really there's 2 schools of thought. Either you can take the air out of the ball and try to slow play it, but I just think if you make it too much of a half-court game, that's an advantage for Custer.
Absolutely.
So I think Hill City's got to continue to be aggressive. Heck, continue to chuck the rock. And then on the flip side, if you're Custer, pound it inside.
Yeah,
Virtue is a monster.
Yes, and I'd be interested to see if the Rangers just threw that 1-2-2 zone in just to try to trip the Wildcats up. I would not be shocked if they came back into their man-to-man defense. It's been pretty effective here tonight. Sullivan's done a nice job battling with Virtue. Obviously 22 points. He's having a real nice game, but in the second half he's held his own a little bit. They stopped dead fronting him, which I think has been a little bit more effective. They are not able to go over the top.
Well, Slodchek has 4 quick points here, and I noticed they've started doubling. There's a couple ways, again, you can double. You can either double down from the perimeter, but what they've started to do is they've doubled across with Hyro, and that means Slodchek's open on the backside. And so he's got a couple quick buckets here, and kind of a fun little chess match between Coach Harvey and Coach Kelly.
Yeah, so Rangers basketball here.
Landon, you're mumbling on air, buddy. So here we go. Hill City's going to inbound the ball. Messick will be taking it out for the Rangers into Bueller.
Rangers break the press, and now they set up their offense. Only 18 seconds left on the shot clock after that timeout. With the run in that screen and roll for Sullivan. Sullivan gets it over to Bueller. Bueller to Steckman. Steckman, nice pump fake, and he's going to get right to the rim. Going to be fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Nice pump fake by Steckman to get Virtue in the air, and then he took the ball right to the rim and was able to get to the free throw line.
Steckman's been aggressive, and that's kind of what we talked about, Josh, is that we want to make sure that if you're a Ranger fan that you continue to attack the rim, you stay aggressive. So Steckman with 14 points here in this game is going to get a chance to add to his total and extend the lead.
First free throw is up and good for Alex Steckman. Second free throw on the way and good. Brandon Escalante is going to check into the ball game. He'll give Zane Messick a rest. Yep, now the Rangers back into their man-to-man defense here. Low guarded by Bueller. Still that 8-point lead for the Rangers right now. Boyster guarded by Brandon Escalante over to Lehman. Good backdoor cut there. Nice find by Virtue.
That's just what we talked about. The help side came over with Escobar, and that leaves Sedlacek open for his 6th point here in the 4th quarter. So the Rangers will pull the ball out and organize, and Bueller being guarded by Boyster over to Escalante. Back to Bueller.
Bueller gets the ball back to Escalante. Now Alex Steckman takes the three, banks it in. So we had some rollout. That one banks in. So that'll stretch the lead to 9 points here for the Rangers. 3:27 left to play in the ball game.
Alex has been Mr. Amazing this game, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's had that finish at
Yep, and Bueller steals the ball away there for the Rangers. Gets the ball over to Brandon Escalante. Into Sullivan. Sullivan controls it, and he's going to go ahead and bring the ball out and organize. Really good decision there by Everett, yeah.
Yeah, I know we said we want to continue
to screen and roll. Good pass by Devin Bueller into Jairo Escobar. Rangers lead stretches to 9 points. 2:59 left to play here in the ball game. Lehman guarded by Alex Steckman. Lehman's going to take the ball into the paint, gets it out to Boyster. Boyster's three on the way, going to go off of Jairo and into Rhett Lowe's hand, and he gets the bucket to go, so pulls the Wildcats back to within 9 points. Coach Paul Kelly take a timeout there.
Yeah, so now it's a 9-point game. Your math was just a little bit off on that other one. I didn't want to call you out, though. You know, it's end of the season. We're supposed to be peaking and supporting each other. And actually, that's why we want the Rangers to win this game, is so we get one more crack at perfection.
Yeah, my voice is getting, good thing it's a week or something away. We've had how many ball games in a row here? Like we said, we didn't know if we'd be able to talk by this one.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish my thought earlier, though. Alex Steckman's had a really nice game. He finished with that reverse layup. You know, in the first half, he's had a couple big shots here, and it just seems like whenever the Rangers have needed a bucket or needed a little bit of momentum, he's the guy that they've went to.
I agree, and, you know, obviously there's 2:45 left to play in the ball game. It's by no means over. The Rangers do have to keep playing all the way till the end, but not just Alex. They've gotten some big contributions from many players. I mean, Jairo Escobar's had some nice minutes. CJ Steckman's given them some nice minutes. I think Zane Messick, it's been one of their best team games that I've seen them play this year thus far, and it's fun to come at the very end of the season when you're getting ready to try. You always want to say you're playing your best basketball at the end of the season.
Yeah, that is a great point. And it's senior night, so Jairo Escobar and CJ playing their last regular season home game here in Hill City at Coach Ginn's court, and they've done a nice job, and they've certainly been part of the reason that the Rangers have this 9-point lead. So Custer going to play full court man-to-man, it looks like. So
get the ball into Bueller.
And it's such a safety net to have a ball handler like Devin Bueller, isn't it? Some guy that he's just the quarterback out there. And there's Steckman, thought about pulling the trigger. Guarded closely by Lehman. Bueller, corner. Good decision to get out of the corner. Shot on the way is up and good.
Yeah, he missed his first shot, came down with that offensive rebound and was able to go up with his left hand and stretch that lead back up to 11 points here for the Rangers. And Wildcats Lowe gets the ball in the paint. Going to be a foul on Buehler. Just I think that hand on the shoulder. Going to call that foul. That's Buehler's second foul. Team's fourth foul. So, like we said, clean game here. Only 4 team fouls on the Rangers and 5 on the Wildcats.
Yeah, and if you're Custer, these next, few possessions are really, really critical here. It's crunch time, and Jairo Escobar comes over just a step late getting there. Good quick move by Lehman. He gave a jab step and went baseline real hard. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 and bring it back to single digits. That is going to be 3 now on Jairo Escobar. And looks like maybe Ramirez will be checking in for him. So it's an 11-point game. And we talk about it a lot throughout the year, Josh. If you're Coach Kelly, you probably have some benchmarks, right? So you're saying, at the 1:30, we got to have this thing down to 5-6 points, or maybe even at the 1 minute mark, just set some milestones, give yourself a chance. So the first free throw was no good for Kincaid Lehman. Second one is good, so it is a 10-point game. And right there you go if you're a Custer fan.
Yep, Lowe controls the basketball, gets it into Virtue. Virtue shot doesn't go, and the ball going to be knocked out of bounds there by Lowe. So the Rangers will control the basketball here. 10-point lead for the Rangers. Looks like Jairo Escobar is going to check back into the ball game. He's going to check in for Brandon Escalante here. So Steckman will inbound the basketball here. Gets the ball into Sullivan. Sullivan over to Buehler. Buehler guarded by Lowe. Buehler breaks the press here. Going to be work the ball in to get it out to Ramirez and bring the ball out here. Yeah, and it's almost like if you're the Wildcats, you probably need to foul just to get to the bonus at some point, unless you can get the steal. They're just about due there. Coach Harvey calls a timeout.
It was, Escobar was bear hugging Buehler there, it looks like. So, yeah, and we've said be aggressive, but now with 1:30 left, it becomes a numbers game, right? And so now all of a sudden, you're saying we have to
extend the game.
Yep,
I think
if you're a Ranger fan,
you have to be strong with the basketball.
Yep, you want to limit your possessions, and if you're Custer, you're thinking we need to extend the game, like you said. You want to start fouling. Now you're kind of in no man's land, though. 14 on the shot clock because you've let 20 seconds run off. So you want to foul earlier in the possession.
You can see Coach Paul Kelly was talking to his team saying, hey, we need to foul right away with 1:40 left just to start to get to the bonus. You're right, now with 14 seconds left, you want to just play good defense, try to get a quick shot and then get the rebound, because if you foul now, the clock resets to the 32 seconds, and then you do have to give another foul and get the Rangers on the line quickly. So be strong with the basketball if you're the Rangers, because you know that's coming. Well, they're going to try to go for a steal. They could foul. Try to get a shot right at the buzzer if you can, I think.
Yeah, if you get trapped, I would say just, the 3 Ps. Pivot, protect, don't panic. And, Coach Harvey does have 1 timeout left. And that's another thing to watch, is Custer's down to 1 timeout also. And so we'll see what Custer opts to do here, as Hill City is going to inbound the ball to Steckman. They're going to foul. Nope, they tried to foul.
Steal. Looks like they're still trying to foul. Maybe not. Maybe they're just trying to play really solid defense. Now 5 seconds left. 3. Buehler's going to take a deep 3 because he has to at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. And Rhett Lowe comes down with the rebound for the Wildcats. He's going to take a 3. Going to be off the mark. Good work there by the Wildcats to keep the basketball alive. Good hustle there by both teams. They're really scrapping on the floor, going after every loose ball. And that's
how many shots has Buehler had tonight? That's got to be number 3 or 4.
Looked like it was
rimmed
down.
Out.
Yeah.
So 1:02 left. 10-point game for the Rangers. Inbound by Boyster. He's going to throw it into Lehman.
Actually, he's going to get a 5-second call.
I thought he had Lehman right away.
I did too, and he had Lowe there too. I don't know if he was expecting a play to develop there, but fortunately, if you're a Ranger fan, that's going to turn the ball over here. Now you really have to be strong with the basketball because you know the foul is coming.
Yeah, so 5 team fouls for both teams, and you can expect that Custer will foul right away as soon as the ball is inbounded. If you're Coach Kelly, you're saying, hey, let's get a 5-second count. or a quick foul or a turnover. And so neither happens, and Steckman gets to the rim and
gets that one to go. So a 12-point lead here for the Rangers. Under a minute left to play in the game. Lowe's going to take another deep three. Can't get it to go. Going to be an offensive foul called. Looks like Boyster on the back there. Jairo Escobar doing a nice job of boxing out. So it'll be the 16th foul. Rangers will have the basketball here with 46 seconds left to play in the ball game. 63-51 lead for the Rangers. Bueller's going to be fouled by Lowe, so Bueller will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1 here. So under a minute left to go here, a 12-point lead for the Rangers. Boy, if you're a Ranger fan, you got to be really happy with the way that they came out and played this basketball game. You said it, you know, they're players that have kind of been leading them all year, did step up and do that, but they had some other players step up and really contribute probably more than they have this season.
Yeah,
so
it's a total team victory here for the Rangers. I think this is maybe the best team basketball that the Hill City Rangers have played all year, and that's exciting as you're getting ready to go into the playoffs. That's exactly what you need to win a playoff game.
Second one good there, so C.J. Steckman is going to come back onto the court here. His senior, last 44 seconds in the regular season, but because of this victory, the Rangers, it's not going to be the last home game for these seniors. They're going to earn the number 4 seed in the Region 8A playoffs, and will host a playoff game here. So big win here for the Rangers tonight. Lowe shoots a deep three, can't get that one to go, and Alex Steckman comes down with the rebound. Gets it up to Everett Sullivan and over to Bueller, and now they're just going to hold, and there's going to be a foul called there. So Bueller will go back to the free throw line. 14-point lead here with 25 seconds left to play in the ballgame.
Yeah, really solid job by the Hill City Rangers here tonight. Special shout out, like you said, C.J. Steckman. He's a senior. Jairo Escobar, he's a senior. And I'm happy for those guys to get a win on their home court on senior night. And Coach Kelly's going to sub down 5 new players for the Wildcats. And so it'll be interesting to see how the power points shake out here, Josh, with Belfouche, Hill City, and Custer, all kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, and you talked about Jairo Escobar and C.J. Steckman. They came in, and you know, we talk about this as kind of a team that's been led by their sophomores. Those two guys came in and were really solid role players tonight. They both contributed on the offensive side of the basketball. They both contributed on the defensive side, and both Jairo Escobar and C.J. Steckman getting checked out of the ball game here, get a nice ovation from the Hill City home crowd.
And one thing you were on, Blake, Bell will actually have that forfeit victory over Sundance.
Yeah, we're still trying to see how that shakes out, if that actually gets to count or not. It is on their varsity-bound record right now. They're 8-12, but we'll see over the next day or two if that shakes out. So, number 32, Jackson Herger, drives to the rim. He's going to get fouled with 7.7 seconds left. 15-point lead. Kind of surprised by that. How about you?
Yeah, I'm surprised by that too. I mean, Hill City Rangers had, I think, a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and you know, you would have expected, and I think if these teams played again, there's a good chance that Custer tightens that ball game up. You know, it's just they're so evenly matched. You know, first one up and good there. So evenly matched that Custer won the first ball game by 1 point. Looks like Hill City's going to win this one by 10 or so, but you know, you never know what happened if they played again, you know, 2 days from now. I just think they're that evenly matched ball clubs right now.
Well, and especially since both teams are relatively young. You know, you can have the highs and lows. Maybe a mature team is a little bit more steady, or a veteran team is. But 2 free throws there for Herger. Gets on the board, so 53-66, and Zane Messick's just going to hold the ball, and that's how that one's going to end.
Yeah, real nice win here for the Rangers tonight.